as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First play, here's Cousins. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Now the fourth-year man, it's Cam Akers. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
You know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, you're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. It's a nice young faces playing for you. Let's see if they can get this going. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift.
And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Nice run and some new digs for Swift, the biggest name to be dealt during this year's draft. Had some tough times in 3 years with the Lions, but the good news for him, he's now in Philadelphia and knows exactly how to get the most out of a versatile runner.
But first down, Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
May not be the first name you think of with the Eagles offense, but Smith had an incredible 2022. 11th in the NFL in catches, 9th in yards as the #2 option in a run-heavy offense. First down there from one of the game's best young receivers.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Throwing is Hurts.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And Hurts going to move him around. Swift will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles win 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3. And now a much deeper 3rd down movement. Now this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away.
It's a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going. I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play. That he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
He's got him in, complete. A big play there for Philly. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a give right side Swift. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Cousins to throw it this time. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Recovered by the offense.
7-7, our score after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. N'Keal Harry, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. That's taken on the 25. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game, that quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they played much better in game 2. So I would agree with you totally on that.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come. Akers hit. He coughs it up. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Fighting his way through contact. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 38-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
There he goes, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 19 yards away. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Touchdown, 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculated, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. 4 yards the gain, and they're bringing up a 3rd down. Jefferson going to go in motion right.
On third down, Cousins.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cousins now to throw on first down. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Now Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Cousins on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. He'll look to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And the Vikings first down.
A first down throw for Cousins.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cousins. Catch is made by Harry. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins again. There's Hockenson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
This could be the turning point.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 37.
Bird sets up to throw it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
They go play action with Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Eagles are back within a score.
Elliott on the extra point. 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on the 3rd ball. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards.
That's good for Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football, and it ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those odd...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Got a man and he hits it in stride. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's caught. And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And quickly they get to the line.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll run on first down with Akers. That's Keely Ringo who was there and on the stop.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Here's Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On first and 10, Cousins. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Touchdown! Quez Watkins. A touchdown on a kick return, and now run through the air. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's Big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to drive that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown Eagles. Devontae Smith. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep.
These coverage would expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Returnable here from the 38. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles are on their way to a 2-0 start. Elliott good with a PAT. And he's now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, the blow that hurts the most, the one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Cousins will try and throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
43.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They're on 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
63.
But first down, Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, his second sack of the night.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable.
And my goodness, another interception. Andrew Booth puts it off, and the Vikings are right back in this football game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Following the interception, Cousins. Pressure comes and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here comes 2nd down. They go play action. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
At the 45-yard line.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 148 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. CD, I know from working with you that you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball from the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Addison. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Cousins on first down. Finding Harry. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. They come up now on 2nd and 2. One last shot now for Cousins. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides.